Good morning. This is the Fanatic again, February 22nd. Good morning to all my would-be viewers and new viewers as I continue the hidden agenda of Donald Trump and those around him. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's talk about what we've been seeing. Strange, isn't it, how when one is walking in the so-called African American Museum, when we want to take on a new role, we claim to be concerned about the Jewish or the anti-Semitic issues and attacks against the Jewish community centers across the nation. But in a sense, we're really not concerned at all. We even have a prominent Republican candidate that was running against him as the new HUD Secretary, Ben Carson. And we also have the late Dr. King niece, Veda King, which is a candidate for pro-choice and trying to do away with Planned Parenthood. Both persons standing behind Donald Trump to make a decision or make a statement that he is concerned about the African Americans. First off, Mr. Trump, I'm not an African American. I'm a Black American. When the people were brought here and put through the melting pot, they lost everything. They were assimilated and made into Americans. Not African Americans, but Black Americans. Or without Black, they are also, there's the main thing, they are American. They're more American than you are. Because your family immigrated over. Your mom immigrated over here from a Eastern European country. And now you're doing exactly the same thing that Hitler was doing. Hitler was a Jew. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And prior to the creation of the Zionist state of Israel, they did not have a symbol. But in 1948, April 9th, after they were after the Battle of Deir Yassin, and they became on the 15th, 9 days later, after they became a member of the United Nations, only then did the Zionist state of Israel have a symbol. And when that symbol was established, every Jew that Hitler had locked down took that mark. That was the mark that he placed on all Jews. And then since then, that mark has been placed on them. Before then, they had no mark. Only then. And then you turn around and tell the American people, while you're standing in the African American culture or history museum, that you care about fighting against hate, that you care and fight against those who are your child is Eastern Orthodox Jew. Does that make any difference? Even your own family, your wives, Eastern Europe, here in America, You see, this is where I'm going. The hidden agenda of Donald Trump continues. The ongoing saga of Donald Trump continues. I've talked with some people last night. They said, well, Donald Trump is the savior of America. I'm like, really? You need to be careful who you think Donald Trump is. And a savior. For some, yes. For those who are like him. For those who has the same capacity, mental capacity, saying that to make America great again, that a white man, along with other white men, alpha male men, are the only ones that can run America. Yes. You right now going through rounding up all immigrants that have some type of criminal background. Even a driving citation is grounds enough for the police and ICE to stop you. First, it is now the Mexicans that are coming across the Mexican border. Next, it will be the black Americans, or the African American, the members coming from Haiti, coming from Africa, that are here illegal. Next, it will be some other group giving you authorization to arrest and detain anyone who is not following the state. Same actions as Hitler. Steve O'Bannon, behind the scenes, this is where this is coming from. This is what you expect when you have a racist individual on your staff. This person does not care about peace or love or any of that. Only thing he cares about is making America white again. That's it. Making America white again. You're talking about making America great again. It wasn't great in the 70 years that you've been on the earth. It wasn't great back then. It wasn't great. It was only great for certain people, certain races, certain groups. Now, those with money, it was great. You know why? Because no one questioned your authority. It was great back then for some people like you and the others that surround you, that you hung out with, because you were the ones living in the American dream. Everybody else was trying to get to the American dream. They couldn't even get it because civil rights was a major issue. Immigration, people coming from Mexico and Colombia and all, but there were some people that came, they had no problem because they were fleeing. As long as they were fleeing a communist state, then they were received with open arms. But all those that was not fleeing from a communist country had to go through a process that might take 2, 3, 4 years. If be. They can't wait that long, Mr. Trump. And now all the people that are here. You wanted to stop the refugee thing. You wanted to stand up. You want to stand up against the powers and the principalities and the powers and principalities and dominions and that are over the whole thing. You want to put a stop into region building. This is what I know because I'm the one who talks about regional building. You want to stop the 10. You want to stop NAU, but guess what? This is what you're saying, but that's not what I'm hearing. Because I know so. I know for a fact that you are working hand in hand with the powers behind the scenes. You are just an elevated form of chaos. President Obama, if Clinton had won, if Hillary had won, would have been a more smoother under the cloak transition for the New World Order, for America to go into the NAU. You, on the other hand, they're using to implement what they already wanted to do, create chaos in this country. I would hope that the people listen to me. I won't be here long, because it is written in the scriptures that he shall give them peace for 7.5 years, and after peace and safety, all calamity will fall on their heads. You, my friend, you, Donald Trump, you are that false Messiah. Even the one that sits in Rome states that he's against you, but really, how can the horror that rideth on the beast speak against the beast? It would behoove everyone to get a relationship with God, not with their religious elements or their faiths. It will not help you. It will not help you this time. Unless you get with God and know who God is and know what God wants in your life, you have to come up and stand against this system. This system is going to destroy you. But at least you will be in the fight. We all will be in the fight. Because in the end, we already know that Shiva or Apollon, the destroyer, will come. In the end, those behind the scenes, those bloodline families will be destroyed. And all knees shall bow, and all tongues shall confess that he is Lord. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. And peace be with you. That is the code to know that you are a believer. Not a Christian. Not a Jew. Not a Muslim. Not a Hindu. But a believer in all the other religions that may be out there. You are a believer. Part of the brotherhood. The family of God. The believers. They believe in God.